unstoppable glory. I mean, you get instant cutscene this time, so we can actually do our housekeeping before we move on. Glad I got stealthy. How much is that boss worth? Maxed out the Great Chain Sickle. Let us change to
Damn.
gauntlets. They're not as big as Fugaku's, though. I also maxed out the Yamato outfit, but I don't really have anything else to wear that's good enough. Guess we will do Yasumaru. Although Lady Tokyo was a healing type. Always stock up on Tenko lunchboxes, because you never know.
Well, yeah. I mean, could be useful.
Now, it says that this armor is worse than what we're wearing, but that's not necessarily true, because since our armor is a set, our entire armor is one piece. So it's comparing each individual piece of this set of 4 to the entire set that we're wearing. We got soil that time. Unfortunately, we don't quite have enough for an armor upgrade. So we'll keep wearing this for now. We could get away not making a helmet, but I think that we can actually make everything except a chest piece. I'm trying to get my Tenko to pick up soil for me, so that's why I'm sending it to the Age of Grace. Oh, cutscene time? Not quite. Just a story scene. This is where we find out what she actually does around here. So, she's a battery. And we surrounded the village with sacred stones, and she provides the energy for them. So, there's a negative side to this as well.
Most things have a negative side. I mean, that's kind of sad, but, you know. I imagine it's one hell of a stressful job. You fuck up once, everybody dies.
Yeah, but like it's her energy, it's going through them.
That's a fair point.
Which means any damage the barrier takes is just like hitting her.
Damn. Fucking masochist.
Yamato, I'll address you in a second. I just want to see if there's any quests I can complete.
He noticed the way you were looking at Kikaku.
Do you need something? Yeah, I want you to give me another outfit. Get a little bit more about uh, the revenge story. We actually do get to fight a couple bosses that he thinks might be the demon.
Oh joy! And let me guess, he fucks up and it's not the demon.
Well, at least once. This one.
Because, can't do anything fucking right.
But the demon that he mistakes for the one that destroyed his village gives one of the better sets of armor we can get at this stage in the game.
What's the theme this time?
I'm gonna wait till it actually appears before I delve into it, but we got some talking to do before we head out.
Joy. Because we don't do enough talking in this game. Oh wait, we don't do any talking in this game.
I know, right?
It really kind of pisses me off, honestly, because I was looking forward to hearing it. I really was.
Yeah, it's really good.
But
It's a shame you can't.
Fucking bullshit developers. Greedy ass bastards. Sorry, am I being passive aggressive? I'm not stopping.
Just a little bit.
I'm not. I'm not apologizing. Now, Ceres, get over here.
Bitches love cannons.
Yes, I know. I have one for you.
It sounds like what Captain Ginyu would have. His signature attack is Milky Cannon.
Oh God, you're kidding me.
Well, kind of. His signature attack is actually Body Change, but his regular energy attack is Milky Cannon.
That's disturbing. Look at the size of his Milky Cannon.
Ginyu.
God, I can't believe I just said that.
Ginyu is Japanese for milk, right? So the Ginyu Force is actually in Japanese like the milk core.
What the hell?
And all the members are named after dairy products.
You're kidding.
Captain Ginyu is Captain Milk. Raccoon is cream. Birder is butter. Jace is cheese. And Guldo is curd. I
What the
think.
hell? Wait, Jace is cheese?
Yes. Because of the way that they would pronounce cheese in Japanese, like if they say the English word for cheese in Japanese, it sounds like it's like almost like Jace. So when they translate to English for North America, they just called him Jace because it was the closest word they could figure out because they didn't want to call him cheese.
I was about to say, so the magic card is Cheese, the Mind Sculptor.
Pretty much.
That's pretty funny. Well, you know what they say, the cheese stands alone.
Or the Jace stands alone.
The Jace stands alone. Yeah, at the end of that game. At the end of the games with him in it, he usually does.
No, he's usually one shot as soon as he comes out.
Really?
Yeah, save a kill spell deal with this guy.
Save a kill spell to deal with this guy.
Like, Planeswalkers usually just get destroyed as soon as they get played.
Just straight up use the spell murder.
Well, their only purpose is to eat a kill spell and make your opponent use some mana, basically. Alright, this is a somewhat important boss. It's a major threat.
Aren't there ways to protect them?
Yeah, there's lots of ways to protect them, but, like, probably 60% of the time, they'll never make it into play. And then when they do make it into play, it's probably against a red deck, and then they burn it. So,
That makes me sad.
Well, they're a prime target because you don't want. Now, like, Jace is in blue, so counterspell protection. But he's pretty fragile. Like, he's got no body. So even though you have counterspells to protect him, you have to have the mana open to do it.
Fair enough.
I prefer Nicol Bolas because he's in black, red, and blue. So you get the blue counterspells, you get black control, which, like, blue has control too, but black is more relevant in this situation because you can discard cards. And red, to an extent, has some control with land destruction. See, black and red are proactive control, and blue is reactive control. The Jollux, by the way, has a large mouth on its gut, which it runs around, tries to eat us with.
What the hell? See, I always liked blue because I always felt like it was really good for like setting traps and things like that. Goading your
Mitama. It's reactive, though. You have to wait for your opponent to do something. But with black, it cards or sacrifice creatures before they're a problem. And with red, you can destroy lands and kill creatures before they're a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I find blue more interesting just to play with. Maybe that's just me. Like effects like giving yourselves more turns or things like that I find fun.
Well, I like to play blue in combination with black or red, or all three of them, because blue gives you that ability to react, but I don't like to play blue by itself, because then all you can do is react.
Is react. I mean, my favorite played, and it was a friend's deck. I didn't build it, but it was a blue-black deck, and that one was incredibly fun.
Blue-black is one of the colossal combinations.
Blue-black's fun, and then I had a white-black deck I really enjoyed.
Yeah, white-black, when it works, is amazing. I prefer the white-black life gain build.
I think the one I had was white-black token, so it wasn't really strictly an archetype. I don't think it was recognized that well.
Well, token decks in and of themselves are kind of an archetype, just on account of there being lots of specific cards for token support. I might get knocked out here. But I like the life gain because black is surprisingly good at gaining life. And
well, yeah, you have to fuel your Death Mountain somehow.
Well, I made it in the Shadowmoor era. So we had Boon Reflection, which is a white enchantment that whenever you gain life, gain twice as much.
Damn. That's pretty fucking broken.
Oh, balls. I turned last second. It costs like 6 mana to play, though.
Jesus.
But I had this combo where I had a wall that was a 1/6, and at the end of each of your turns, you could gain life equal to the power of target creature. So if you only had the wall out, you'd only gain 1 life, because it's 1/6.
Okay.
And then I had a Johnny Goldmane, who his ultimate ability was put a token into play, whose power and toughness are each equal to your current life total. And it's
like an endless loop.
Well, it's exponential growth, actually.
Or exponential growth, pardon me.
Because, say I have 20 life, it's a 20-20. I gain 20 life at the end of the turn, it's a 40-40.
Damn.
Then it's an 80-80.
That's pretty fucking broken.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And if I was to modify the deck, which I haven't in like almost 8 years. But if I were to modify the deck, I'd definitely put Sanguine Bond in, which is a black
I was about to say,
enchantment.
I'm assuming there's a lot more you could do with it.
Oh yeah, I just like it because it's faithful, it's easy to play,
Yeah.
but it could be so much better than it is. Like
Well, that's
Sanguine
true with a lot
Bond
of
is
things.
whenever you gain life, your opponent loses that much life.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure it is anyway. It's been a while since I've physically looked at the card, but I'm like 98% sure that that's the effect on it. It might be whenever your opponent loses life, you gain life, but that seems even more powerful. So it's probably whenever you gain life, your opponent loses life.
That's a fair point.
But anyway, that would be one of the cards I'd put in to make it better. If I wasn't building it kind of modern-y, then I could put in Test of Endurance, which I think is too old for modern, but I could be wrong on that.
Isn't that basically just kind of an insta-win card?
It applies for all players in the current game. The first player to 50 life, straight up, wins the game.
Okay.
I also had 2 copies of Divinity of Pride in the deck, which is a 4/4 flying lifelink, black and white hybrid, for 5 mana of all hybrid black and white. And if you had
Okay.
25 or higher life, it gets +4/+4.
Damn.
So then it turns into 5 mana flying 8/8 lifelink.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's really good. All of the dual colored demigods were amazing.
Well, it sounds like it. I mean, you'd think something like with the name like that would be amazing.
Yeah, so for every color combination of only 2 colors, there was a demigod. My favorite one is a demigod of revenge, which is red-black, and this is why I like it the best. It's like 5/4 flying trample haste or something like that. So it's good.
Uh-huh.
But when it comes into play, you take all copies from the graveyard and put them into play.
Damn.
So, being black and red, you could easily discard 3 copies, and
Yeah.
then play the 4th one and swing for 20 in the air.
Damn. And then that's game.
Well, not necessarily, but it's definitely a move in the right direction. Also, from the same set is Din of the Fire Herd, which costs like 8 mana in black and red. And it's for each swamp you control, target opponent sacrifices a creature, and for each mountain you control, they sacrifice a land, and you also get a 5/5 elemental token that's black and red, I think. It was something like that.
That's pretty sweet.
It was brutal.
That's pretty fucking brutal.
And then like the very next set, I think was Alara. And
That's a
then
set I've heard you talk about a few times.
and they had Cruel Ultimatum.
Cruel Ultimatum. What's that one do?
Okay, so each faction had an ultimatum. Cruel Ultimatum is like target opponent loses 5 life, discards 3 cards, sacrifices 2 creatures, something like that. And then
Damn.
you get the opposite. You gain 5 life, draw 3 cards, and return 2 creatures in graveyard to your hand.
I bet that card was fucking expensive to play.
Once again, I think it was sitting around 8 in 3 colors,
Damn.
but it's the later in the game it is, the better it is. And also, in Alara, it was really easy to ramp up because you had to play in 3 colors. There were tons of ways to manipulate mana.
Yeah.
It wasn't just ramping, it was also filtering.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Most things usually are a combination of those things, aren't they?
Well, not so much before then. Usually it was one or the other, but Alara made the two concepts more close together.
Okay. That makes sense, I suppose.
Well, it had further synergy, like later on you got, I think it was called domain was the keyword, where for every basic land type among lands you control, it had additional effects.
Okay.
So most cards with
That's pretty
domain
sweet.
were 2 colors, so you'd get 2 procs off of it, but it gave the option to do 4 or 5 colors.
Damn. So you could really fucking go crazy then.
Yeah, some of the choice cards were exploding borders, which was like green, red, and 2, I think did damage and search basic lands.
Okay.
So you could get up to 4 procs off of it because it only costs 4 mana. But there's also the advent in Alara of colored artifacts.
I'll say the Advent.
Well, before then, artifacts didn't have colored mana costs.
I didn't realize I did now.
Well, it started in Alara, and then the spiritual successor to it were the Eldrazi that had colored costs.
Yeah, the Eldrazi are awesome. That's one of my favorite types.
And once again, the Eldrazi synergize well with Alara because they're expensive, so Alara's mana tricks do well. But even cards from Ice Age are good, like Songs of the Damned, if you're not doing token-based.
Yeah, I think my Eldrazi deck isn't. I don't think my Eldrazi deck's token based. There's almost. I
Well,
wouldn't say almost none, but there's very few in there.
most Eldrazi decks depend on building up Eldrazi drones to sacrifice for extra mana to get the big guys out.
Yeah.